Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great holiday season thus far. We're getting everybody in the Christmas spirit by doing some Christmas reactions.
Yes, and I've been loving every second of it.
Yeah, it's been a nice little switch up from our reactions that we normally do, which we've really enjoyed over the past year. Been a wild ride.
Yes, it's been so much fun.
But there's been a lot of songs we've been waiting to get around to that are relevant to Christmas and that we just didn't want to throw in randomly. And this one in particular, though, is a request from Mark. He wanted us to check out the John Lennon Happy Christmas, which I am familiar with because I grew up around the Beatles, and John Lennon was a part of that. And this is, in general, a very popular song. But, you know, similarly to me with Bing Crosby and White Christmas, you maybe are less familiar with Happy Christmas and John Lennon.
Yeah, I'm definitely not that familiar with John Lennon for sure. The song doesn't sound familiar to me, but you know, you never know, like on Christmas compilation albums and hearing things in stores when you're Christmas shopping and all of that, you never really know. So
I'm gonna bet that you've heard it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna write it off that I'm not gonna say I haven't heard it, but I'm not like, oh yes, I know that song 100%. Right. So yeah, we'll find out.
And so we have a little pop quiz for you before we get rolling with this one. And the question is, before the Beatles, which group did John Lennon form? Yes. What was the name of that group?
That then later turned into the Beatles.
Yeah. So you can let us know if you know that answer. If not, we'll let you know at the end of the video.
Yeah, so you got to stick around.
And so we might as well get into some John Lennon, legendary artist who just did the Beatles, new Beatles song. That was awesome.
That was so good.
It was great. Get to reminisce on John's came back to life for, 4 minutes there. That was awesome.
Yeah, such a shame that he was unfortunately killed.
Yes. But anyways, let's focus on the Happy Christmas and get into some...
War is over. So I'm assuming maybe this has some war themes going on.
We'll have to find out.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go. Lyric video, clearly.
So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, and a new one just begun. And so this is Christmas. I hope you have fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young.
A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
So this is Christmas, for weak and for strong, the rich and the poor ones. The road is so long, and so happy Christmas for black and for white, for yellow and red ones. Let's stop all the fight.
Very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
So
All right, Samantha. So what's the verdict here?
So I've definitely heard this, but I never really listened to the lyrics. I recognize like the chorus and the song as a whole. Like I know I've like heard it around, but I never like actually took in what it was saying, especially the parts that are kind of, on the overlap of like the war is over and stuff. Like I had no idea what that was saying in the past. So, I don't think I ever really absorbed the context of it. Like, I think I took it very very surface level in the idea of like, happy Christmas, hope you have a good year, hope it's a good one, like not really in the context of talking about like ending a war and trying to have like no fear because there's been a war going on, and having more positivity, peace and togetherness and stuff like that. So it's definitely cool to kind of absorb it in more of its true context.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I never really even took in the lyrics that much. I've heard it a few times, and there was a couple of moments I've heard the song. You know, you hear a song, you don't really know what they're saying. You think you know what they're saying.
Yeah.
But now that I know the whole context of this song, war is over, and we've ironically, excuse me, been doing more songs related to the Vietnam War recently on the channel.
Yeah.
And so that's, you know, opened up our eyes to what was going on during that time period.
Yeah.
So now I can really appreciate this in the lyrical component. Like you said, the war is over if you want,
Yeah.
you know, that aspect. And it's so cool now to see what he was saying, because he was speaking to everybody with this song.
Yeah,
Right.
for
You
sure.
know, everybody will, you know, I want everybody to be happy. I want the war, you know, the war to be over. The war is over if you want. We need to stop this anti, you know, counterculture, anti-war aspect that he was coming together with. And it's just crazy how popular this song though is, that like everybody sings this song, and it's such a Christmas song, but nobody really, I think, knows the significance of it.
For sure.
Unless you're a big fan.
Yeah, I was definitely guilty of one of those people that would like, you know, this, because it's not super crisp and clear in those portions where they're saying like war is over and stuff like that's more like dragged out. Like I'm one of those people that's guilty of like misheard lyrics where I'm just like, ah.
Yeah, but I think that's to be expected to some degree with this song, because it's a Christmas song. And
yeah.
if somebody doesn't sit you down and tell you that this is what this song is about,
Yeah.
you're never going to put two and two together and say, wait, you mean this isn't such a happy song?
Yeah.
You know, because it is supposed to be, it's happy Christmas. Like, I hope
Yeah.
you have a happy Christmas. That's the essence
Yeah.
of the song. But there's more, like you said, that's the surface level approach.
Yeah, there's
of,
more
You know,
significance
oh,
to
this
it.
is happy. This is great. You know,
Yeah.
there's more significance to it. And unless somebody sits down with you and says, Sam, this song actually has a lot of cultural significance, because it was released at a time that it was trying to get a message out. John was trying to relay a message to everybody.
Yeah.
And so
At a time of year where people are supposed to be like coming together and focusing on togetherness and peace and positivity and
Exactly.
stuff like that. Yeah, I think like, you know, we were talking just quickly about the other Christmas song that we did before this, and that had a war kind of context to it too, which was one of the Bing Crosby ones. And it's crazy, like, you know, how many of these songs.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just hang on to that thought for 1 second. That may not be released yet. So if I don't know the order that these are going to be.
Spoiled it. Sorry,
These are
guys.
going to come out at. So, yeah, whatever. That means they
Little
got to stick
teaser.
around. If they haven't subscribed yet, they got to subscribe then.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're going to be
Little quick
releasing
teaser.
Bing Crosby White Christmas if we haven't already. But if, you know, that one's come out, not a big deal. Anyways,
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify in case they were like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like
So-
I haven't seen that one yet.
So continue. Sorry, you were saying about the White Christmas war thing. and
Oh,
all
I was
that
just
stuff.
saying that, like, you know, it seems that like multiple of these Christmas songs from, you know, in the past have a context around war, where they were written around war, they were performed to soldiers or something to do with military, right? Which is, you know, very interesting, because it's trying to, you know, like you said, just bring the focus to peace and like morale of people
Yeah.
and togetherness and strength, and, you know, like trying to move on from, you know, division.
Well, I think, again, you know, it's an interesting way to highlight the Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Right, because we think about Christmas as this Santa Claus, you know, gifts, and
Elves.
chocolates, and all this other stuff, right? But the essence of the Christmas spirit is togetherness,
Yep.
right? It's family. So it's you know, it's love, it's compassion, it's all of that. So I think that's what this song represents. And so John wasn't making it in a surface level way. He was really getting deep to the deep layers of what Christmas spirit's truly supposed to represent, and do it in a way that, you know, it still gives you a good feeling about listening to it, and it still sounds great, and it still makes you feel like Christmas, but it's still, you know, very relevant, and is supposed to deliver, like I said, the Christmas spirit. So
Yeah.
anyways, you want to get back to it?
Yes, let's do it.
Rewound it a little bit so now we can experience the full thing in the back half. So let's do it.
Weak and full strong, the rich and the poor ones. The road is so long, and so happy Christmas, for black and for white, for yellow and red one. Let's stop all the fight.
Such a great touch with the choir in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that
It
a lot.
really, added this powerful gospel feel to the Christmas song, or the
Yeah.
Christmas aspect. And that's why it feels like a Christmas song in part, I feel like. And even though just, we didn't really we touched on the messaging. We didn't touch on the song a whole lot. It's great. It's a great song. I mean,
Yeah.
John does a great job in using his vocal, and, just the composition of it really I feel like you said, capturing the gospel aspect from the choir, but even from the music, it sounds like it has so much depth, and it's full of life.
Yeah, for sure.
When, it's not like a traditional song. Like, it's got, some sounds in there that make you think of Christmas, but it's still got this, like I said, orchestral feel to it that make it seem so powerful, which is fitting for the message.
Yeah, but I feel like it doesn't overpower his voice at all. Like, it still allows his voice to really sit at the front there and like get the message across with his vocal. And I feel like his vocal too just has almost this, like, I wouldn't say softness, but it's not like it's a vocal where you want to listen to what he's saying. Mm-hmm. So it sounds good to fit in with this topic of the song as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great, great song. Anyways, I knew this song.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it in that much depth, but I enjoyed, going back and listening to it and
digging a little
appreciating
bit deeper.
it. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I've definitely heard it in passing, but I never took in what the lyrics were saying. I don't think I even took the time to really ever sit down and try to figure out what it was saying.
Yeah.
And it was definitely nice to kind of give some more context to it because it makes that much more powerful.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, maybe we'll be talking about the war is over for some of the ones going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
That would be great if we could have a happy Christmas related to that stuff too. Won't get into it, but hopefully everybody's having a happy, safe, no fear Christmas, as John was talking about.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we want to give you the answer to that pop quiz question that we had. And what was the group that John had formed early on before it became the Beatles? What was that the name of that group? And the answer was, Samantha.
The Quarrymen.
The Quarrymen is the name that
Of
they
the
had, which I never knew, never heard that
Which is
before.
also kind of interesting because it's very different than the Beatles.
I don't know what a quarryman is either.
Me
So
either.
you can let us know if you did know the answer to that or what that might be. Just make sure you hit the like button for us, guys. We really appreciate when you support our channel, as you've done so many times thus far. And like I said, hopefully you're having a great holiday season and this brought you a little bit of memories maybe. But nonetheless, stay safe. Have a good one. Tune in to our next video. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.